So, good evening, all angels, and welcome once again on this wonderful show, Tuesdays with Life Coach Pinaki. And let us do a quick brief of what we have covered in this wonderful program. So, we'll do a quick recap, and then I will come up with tonight's session. So, here we go. Let me just share the screen. So, here we go. So, all of you can see my screen. Is it visible?
Yes, it is visible now.
Okay, good. So, see, this is the 19th episode that we are doing, and there were 6 episodes before that, which we are basically preparing the ground for all these wonderful evenings that we are having every Tuesday at 8 o'clock. And my personal suggestion is that you at least start reviewing them from episode 7. So, what we covered in episode 7 was challenge your limiting beliefs with the divine power of law of attraction. This was followed by 29th October episode 8, which is let's discover who are those 5 legends you wish to become the average of. So this is based on the concept that you are the average of 5 people you spend most of your time with. And if that is so, then whoever you are today, if you are happy with that, fantastic. If you are not, then instead of finding that who are those 5 people you are average of right now, you better figure out who are those 5 people you want to become an average of. Okay. After that, we focused on the science and art of persuasion and how can you make it work in your favor. This was followed by your dreams deserve your time and create dedicated me time for your dreams now. This was followed by CPR for emotional emergency, take consistent, persistent and relentless actions. These episodes are all connected with each other. So my strong request is that at least you review them, even if at a higher speed, do review them. Followed by SWAAD, that are you a victim of stress, worry, anxiety, anger, and depression, or you are actually enjoying the swad or taste of life. This was followed by yes, you can. You can make your chronic disease disappear from your life now. Now, this particular session was focused with the strong concept that see, the only place where you live is the body that you have. That's the only place you live because fundamentally you are a spiritual being. You and I are a spiritual being. We are on a human journey on this earth. So the only vehicle that we have to continue on this journey, to explore this journey, is the body that God has given along with this spiritual being that we are. So it becomes a prime responsibility to ensure that this beautiful body that is there with us, it stays as an asset for us rather than a liability. So if you take care of your body, the chances are extremely high that it will remain as an asset for you and me instead of focusing on making it a liability. This is followed by energy is everything. It's the most fundamental key to transformation. This was followed by how can I develop the habits that can always work wonders for me. And then we studied art and science of dedication, the incredible way to make things work for you. This was followed by what is in your name. Align your activities with the meaning and essence of your name. Then on 7th January, we did this session on MBA. My body is amazing. The ultimate mantra toward expressing infinite gratitude. All right. So this is where we stopped last week. And tonight we will be covering something very interesting. Okay. So let me come back and let's take a picture before we continue on our journey. So can we all come on the camera for a minute? And you know what we are supposed to do? So once you're on the screen, just look how you look on the screen, check your backgrounds. And then we'll look at the camera, keep your eyes wide open, and we'll count 1, 2, 3 together. Okay, so here, Sharath, can you come? All right, so let's go. So 1, 2, 3. Good, super. All right, so let me put it on. Cool. So tonight we will share something very, very interesting. And you know what is this interesting topic is? It is naturally a continuation of whatever we have studied so far. We'll talk about how to turn your desires into reality. How to turn your desires into reality. So let me do one thing. Let me share the document from where I'm reading. Okay. So that will be exciting for all of you. So can you see my screen? Is it visible?
Yeah.
Cool. So this is naturally this is a document which I have prepared and I'm reading from there only. So how to turn your desires into reality, an insight into a dialogue between Napoleon Hill and Andrew Carnegie. Now, Andrew Carnegie was Napoleon Hill's coach. So the book that he wrote with the title Think and Grow Rich is an outcome of his experiences of 26 years, almost 26 to 30 years, and under the guidance of Andrew Carnegie. He has mentioned Andrew Carnegie throughout his book. This was about a dialogue between Napoleon Hill and Andrew Carnegie. And this is a fundament, very beautiful and something very, very exciting. So naturally, let's go into it. So excellence is doing ordinary things extraordinarily well. So always keep this in mind that we are on a journey towards infinite excellence in our life. And what is that infinite excellence? It's like doing the ordinary things extraordinarily well. So it is just that small extra part which makes all the difference. So we'll notice that how that one small extra thing can help you not only design your desires, but also convert them into reality. Okay, so here it goes. So my curiosity on desires after reading the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill led me to the study of the spiritual forces with which all of us are blessed. And I stumbled upon a clue which I think had probably enabled Napoleon Hill to help millions of people to find their way to design their destiny. So this is what Napoleon Hill said about this discovery in one of his live sessions. I want to describe my discovery in the simplest terms possible because it will reveal to you why it is true that whatever the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve, regardless of how many times you may have failed in the past or how lofty your aims and hopes may be. Listen to this very carefully. What he said. I want to describe my discovery in the simplest terms possible because it will reveal to you why it is true that whatever the mind conceive and believe, the mind can achieve, regardless of how many times you may have failed in the past or how lofty your aims and hopes may be. So you are the result of the desires you have till date. As simple as that. So this statement itself provides a glimpse of the profound law which provides the means by which you and I not only choose our own purpose in life, but also accomplish it intentionally or unintentionally. So many times we stumble upon certain things in our life and we discover, oh my God, I didn't even thought about it. It was not my intention at all. Then why it happened? Because you desired it and you made sure that everything should happen the way it is supposed to happen so that you come across that outcome. Generally, many times you may say that I didn't deserve this accident, then why it happened? And if you look at it, you will discover that you did everything to ensure that you get that accident in life. In fact, the very fact that being there present at the time when that accident was happening was also your desire. You were not aware of it that this accident might happen, but you desired to be there at that point of time. So this stunning discovery happened while Napoleon Hill was being coached by Andrew Carnegie on practical philosophy of personal success. Okay, so this is not in that book. This is not in any of his books, in fact, and this is just there in one of his videos which he recorded in different points of time, and there he talked about this practical philosophy of personal success. This was pretty old video. It was on YouTube almost about 15 years ago, but this event happened almost 30-35 years ago. Okay, so it changed my entire life and paved the way for my helping to change the lives of millions of people, some of them not yet born. See, listen what he was saying. It changed my entire life and paved the way for helping to change the lives of millions of people, some of them not yet born. Imagine when this book was written in 1939, neither you were there nor I was there. And that is the time when he was talking about some of them not yet born. Now let's listen to this discovery in Napoleon Hill's own words. So this is exactly what he said. Let me call your attention to a great power which is under your control, said Mr. Carnegie. A power which is greater than poverty, greater than the lack of education, greater than all your fears and superstitions combined. It is the power to take the session of your mind. Listen to this very carefully. It is the power to take the session of your mind and direct it to whatever ends you may desire. So basically what Mr. Carnegie was talking about is you are coaching yourself. And you know, this is the only truth. Though you think that your teachers are teaching you, your trainers are training you, your coaches are coaching you, or your mentors are mentoring you, the truth, the only truth is that you are your teacher, you are your trainer, you are your coach, you are your mentor. So whatever you choose to teach, train, coach, or mentor you, that is what you focus on. So this particular statement is exceptionally important. It is the power to take the session of your own mind and direct it to whatever ends you may desire. So he's talking about a power which you can use to take the session of your own mind. Like you are coaching your own mind, you are mentoring your own mind with full conscious awareness and directing it to whatever ends you may desire. This profound power, Mr. Carnegie continued, is the gift of the Creator, and it must have been considered the greatest of all his gifts to man, because it is the only thing over which man has the complete and unchallengeable right of control and direction. You know, this is very profound. You must listen to this session after the recording is shared as many times as possible. When you speak of your poverty and lack of education, Mr. Carnegie explained, you are simply directing your mind power to attract these undesirable circumstances. Because it is true that whatever your mind feeds upon your mind attracts to you. Whatever your mind feeds upon your own mind attracts to you. So now you see why it is important that you recognize that all success begins with definiteness of purpose, with a clear picture in your mind and precisely what you want from life. Then Mr. Carnegie continued his speech with a description of a great universal truth which made such an impact upon my mind that I began then and there to give myself a new outlook on life and set up for myself a goal so far above my previous achievements that it shocked my friends, relatives when they heard about it. See how powerful this simple thought is. So he continued, everyone brings over with him at birth the equivalent of two sealed envelopes. So when you come to this earth, when God sends you on this earth, the Supreme Creator sends you on this earth, it sends you with two sealed envelopes. One of which is clearly labeled riches, you may enjoy if you take possession of your mind and direct it to ends of your own choices. And the other one is labeled penalties. You must pay if you neglect to take possession of your mind and direct it. So one is you may enjoy if you take possession of your mind. and direct it to ends of your choices. And the other one is playing the role of a victim. Paying penalties, you must pay if you neglect to take possession of your mind and direct it. So in the one labeled riches is the list of blessings you may enjoy if you take possession of your own mind. This envelope which is labeled riches, it contains these things. So when you open that envelope, you are greeted with, or you are blessed with these things: sound health and peace of mind, labor of love of your own choice, freedom from fear and worry, positive mental attitude, and material riches of your own choice and quantity. It's possible. In the envelope labeled penalties is this list of the prices one must pay for neglecting to take possession of his own mind. Like when I was sharing a while ago, that instead of wishing good health or wishing good about anything to people, you can replace that wish with make. Like saying somebody happy new year or saying somebody happy Lori. How about saying make your Lori happy and amazing this year? Because when you're just saying happy, you're just expressing a wish. However, when you say make, you are inviting that person to take responsibility, become responsible to make his day amazing and happy one. So if in the envelope label penalties is this list of prices one must pay for neglecting to take possession of his own mind. Starts with poor health. So if you are not having good health, you are definitely doing something which you are not supposed to do, and you are enjoying, or rather you are experiencing the penalties of not taking care of yourself. Poor health followed by fear and worry, followed by indecision and doubts, frustration and discouragement throughout life, poverty and want, and a whole flock of evils consisting of envy, greed, jealousy, anger, hatred, and superstition. If you are experiencing any of these, and those are the areas where you are not taking a possession of your own mind. It's happening the other way around. Your mind is taking possession of your thoughts. And it is forcing you to be the way you don't want to be, but you are finding yourself in a victim mode and telling yourself that I have no choice but. Okay, so Hill continues. Now, my mission in life is to help you and everyone who needs my help to open up and use the contents of the sealed envelope labeled riches and the starting point from which you must take off. So this is what Napoleon Hill is suggesting. If you wish to write your own ticket from here on, ticket means wherever you want to reach, out for the rest of your life, here are 3 simple instructions for you to follow. Simple instructions. That's what he said, that I'm trying to give it in the most simplest form so that you can start getting a sense of it. So what is the most simplest form of getting that sense? Is procure a neat pocket-sized notebook. So you can find one. It's very simple. On page 1, write down a clear description of your major desire in life. The one circumstance or position or thing which you will be willing to accept as your idea of success. So if this happens in your life, you will consider that as a success for you. And remember, before you begin writing that, your only limitations are those which you set up in your own mind or permit others to set up for you, which is already happening in many areas of your life. It is because of your own limiting belief. It is because of your own self-created limitations. You are unable to accept that even I can also achieve this in my life. Okay, and it's happening with me also. So it's not only about you, by the way. Okay. On page 2, write down a clear statement of precisely what you intend to give in return for that which you desire from life. And then start in write where you stand now to begin giving. And then start in right where you stand now to begin giving. It's like doing the calibration, that where am I right now to start this giving activity. And then comes the third thing, which is memorize both your statements, what you desire and what you intend to give in return for it, and repeat them at least a dozen times daily. So what he is saying, that you write it down in that small piece of notebook, pocket size notebook. On page 1, you write what you want to achieve in your life, or what you desire to achieve in your life as your idea of success. And then on page 2, you write what you are willing to give. I say you will not only give but also give up. Two things, not only to give but also to give up. Write down a clear statement of precisely what you intend to give in return and give up in return for that which you desire from life. And then you start right where you stand now to begin giving. Memorize both of your statements, what you desire and what you intend to give in return for it, and give up in return for it as well, and repeat them at least a dozen times daily. And finally, always end your statements with this expression of gratitude for the blessings with which you are gifted at birth. So what he is saying, that when you were born, you were gifted this blessing. And what is this blessing? This blessing is, O divine providence, I ask not for more riches, but more wisdom, with which to make wiser use of the riches you gave me at birth, consisting in the power to control and direct my own mind to whatever ends I desire. Okay, when you read it for the first time, it may appear somewhat dicey. However, when you start reading it with profound attention, you'll discover this is a very powerful message. O divine providence, I ask not for more riches, but more wisdom, with which to make wiser use of the riches you gave me at birth. I am already assuming that I have been already gifted with the riches which I want. It's only a matter of time that I will be having access to it. Consisting in the power to control and direct my own mind to whatever ends I desire. And finally, Napoleon Hill says, if you accept this profound prayer and express it in the same spirit of humble sincerity in which I pass it on to you, a new and a better world will reveal itself to you. A world in which you will see the reflection of your own burning desires and the manifestation of the things which you yourself have desired with a strong positive intention. And that's why this year I circulated this message, that unlike previous years, this new year, don't make a wish. Instead, act. Make your new year happy and amazing. So, that's all for you. And that's all from my side right now. Now, with this new awareness, what do you see possible for yourself now?
Pinaki, I have one question. You said when we were writing the wish and what we want to do and what we want to give up, you said we have to repeat 1,000 times,
A dozen times
a dozen times.
throughout the day.
Like we have to write 12 times throughout the day.
No, you just need to read it out.
Or read it out. Okay, okay.
You write it once only in that pocket-sized notebook. On page 1, you write. Let me share the screen 1 second so that you have complete clarity on it. But this is very crucial. It looks so simple, but it's supremely profound. Procure a neat pocket-sized notebook. On page 1, write down a clear description of your major desire in life. So you start with one desire. The one circumstance or position or thing which you will be willing to accept as your idea of success. And remember, before you begin writing, that your only limitations are those which you set up in your mind or permits others to set it up for you. लोग बोलते हैं कि आपसे नहीं होगा, and you accept it. Okay, so you have to be very careful about that. And basically, this is all about goal setting. But So it has to do something with your numbers. So you have to be very specific about the numbers. That this is what I want to achieve by this and this date. There has to be that complete clarity about the numbers. So that is page 1. Page 2 is write down a clear statement of precisely what you intend to give in return for that which you desire from life. And then start in right where you stand now to begin giving. So let me give you my example. If I talk about my example, like for me, that one clear description of a major desire in life is to empower and inspire people to live better lives in every possible way, no matter whatever it takes. And I do it every day. Okay, so this is my success statement. So if I can uplift 1% today, if I can elevate 1% today, I describe myself as I am successful. Now, what am I giving? What I'm willing to give in return and give up in return. Give is taking these sessions, like talking to people with full intention, with full purpose, with full attention, listening to people, and at least ensuring that that person is feeling better as the moment I'm talking to that person, committing to my time. Like this year is the first year when, like, today is my younger daughter's birthday, and I am not with them. I am taking sessions here. So they are celebrating. The whole family is celebrating. It's only I who just gave it up. I said, okay, this year, just leave me. We'll do it on the weekend. Maybe Saturday and Sunday we'll enjoy it. And the biggest challenge is just tomorrow is my birthday. But I still have session and I will still take that session at 9:50 because I am committed for that. So every Monday to Friday, I take a session on NLP in action. It's a wonderful workshop. It's a workshop series, basically. It's an 8-week workshop series. Very powerful workshop where we actually enjoy the power of neuro-linguistic programming in every possible way. So this is what I'm giving as well as giving up. And then memorize both of your statements, what you desire, what you intend to give in return for it, and repeat them at least a dozen times a day. So I don't count how many times I'm doing it, but I keep on saying that what I'm willing to give, what I'm willing to give up. And giving up is a continuous process. Like I might feel sleepy right now, or I might feel like taking a call right now, which could be very, very important call. But since I'm in a session, I won't. At some point of time, I used to spend almost about 3 hours on social media. But my intention was very clear because I am into social media marketing. So my clients are there. So for their sake, I used to give that time 3 to 4 hours every day. But then I told myself that it is possible not to pay your attention on social media and you can still get the job done. And I told myself that it is possible. And now it has become possible. So what is important after all this is, finally, always end your statement with this expression of gratitude for the blessings with which you are gifted at birth. So I do not say exactly the same words, but I said in my own words. O divine providence, I ask not for more riches, but more wisdom with which to make wiser use of the riches you gave me at birth. So you must have listened to my sessions on the power, the mindset of abundance and mindset of prosperity. So those are an outcome of this beautiful thought that I am already rich with all the riches which is supposed to be there with me, and consisting in the power of to control and direct my own mind to whatever ends I desire. And I'm continuously discovering newer ways to handle things. So once you start the whole process, you will discover more powerful ways of handling things. More new ideas will keep on coming to you from different sources. People will invite you, or you will be a part of different training programs. And from each of the training programs, you'll keep on picking up pearls of wisdom and make your life amazing. So this is what the activity is all about. So you got your answer, Manish?
Uh, yeah, but I was thinking that you said you have to read it 12 times a day, right?
Yeah, that's what.
No, what is the like significance of like 12 times? Like why not 10 or 5 or like
No, no,
that? Just
nothing like that. It was just a suggestion that you can do it as many times.
because what I feel is that you can read it when you feel like giving up.
Yeah. Nothing like that. There is nothing that you have to do it only 12 times or 15 times. Nothing like that. It's like repetition so that you are inclined, or you are in touch, or you are aligned with your own desires of life. That is the main purpose. So once you keep on doing it, you will become like that after some time. Then you don't need to remember it. You will be like that. You will be talking, you will be speaking, you will be moving, walking, you will be eating like that only. But you know that what you are eating, whether it is good for your health or not.
Actually, uh, see, uh, see, a lot of people, educated people, they know what they want to do and what they should do to do that, but somehow they are not able to do it, right?
Education and application are not the same thing. See, knowledge and wisdom are not same thing. Knowledge is only about the knowledge. I know, that's the education. I have the degree. I can read books. I am reading 100 books. I am collecting thousands of information from different sources. That is all about being knowledgeable. Wisdom comes only when you practice. And what is more important is the wisdom. It's not the knowledge. I can have multiple degrees, but if
No,
those degrees are of no use for me, if I'm not using any of those learnings, it's useless.
no, Pinaki, my question is that, let's say one has a wisdom also, everything is there. But still, some people navigate life very confidently and
Then it's not wisdom, Manish. If you have the wisdom, you will act accordingly. Otherwise, it's not wisdom.
but I have to gain that wisdom, like
Yeah, so
kind of.
as you keep on practicing it, you will get that wisdom. Wisdom comes only when you practice. The wisdom is like, that smoking is not good for your health, but you're still smoking. That's not wisdom. Wisdom is when you actually quit smoking.
No,
That's what
no,
wisdom.
I understand that. But what I'm saying is, you know, everybody want to be fit, right?
I don't know everybody wants to be fit or not. Who knows?
If you ask people, mostly
It's
will say,
only it's only question of me whether am I want do I want to remain fit or not. It really doesn't matter whether everybody wants to do it or not. This word everybody is a vague word. It's not everybody. Some, only some. Some people think of maintaining good health, and an even small percentage of them actually take the action to stay healthy, and even a small percentage of them are committed and take committed action to stay healthy, and even a small percentage of them actually do it out of their full commitment, no matter whatever it takes. Only they remain fit.
no, I got your point. See, what I was trying to say is actually, okay, I'm just telling about myself, okay? I'm not telling about anybody.
Hmm.
So what I think is that, uh, I mentioned a few times also that, we have to think like that we have to think like a person we want to become, right? Let's say I want to be healthy, right? I will think
Hmm.
that I'm healthy,
Hmm.
right? So what
Hmm.
will happen is, every the effort that I have to put in, that will not be so big for me to not do it, right?
Hmm.
It's all about the feeling, right?
Right.
वो कहते हैं ना सबकॉन्शियस माइंड है कि you tell your subconscious mind that you are healthy, okay, you are wealthy, so many things, right? Just behaving the person you want to become, right? till you become that person. It's just like, you fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
वो कहते हैं ना, वो फीलिंग इट ब्रिंग्स a lot of confidence for you. और उसमें क्या रहेगा, नथिंग विल, यू नॉट फाइंड एनीथिंग ओवरवेलमिंग. अरे यार ये तो बहुत बड़ा है, यार यार ये तो बहुत बड़ा एफर्ट है, होगा नहीं होगा. You will stop doubting yourself.
True.
Your worry, anxiety will go away. तो मुझे लगता है वो मुझे it is so profound for me, that what I'm saying.
Absolutely. This is exactly what Napoleon Hill is talking about. That you create your desire first, and you have to be completely conscious about whatever you're creating for yourself. And then what you want to give or what you want to give up to achieve that. And then keep on reminding yourself that this is what I want to be, and this is for that, this is what I have to give, and this is what I have to give up.
Yeah, because what I feel is, a lot of people become successful very easily, because see, somebody who goes to a good school, or somebody who is surrounded by good successful people, right? Then it becomes more easy for him, because he's having so much support around him.
Very true.
Right? So
Very
basically, always have a feeling that just behave the person you want to become. Think like a person you want to become, always.
Absolutely. Good. Thanks for sharing that, Manish. Awesome session.
Yeah.
And any feedback from Sharath or Ramesh?
Yes, Pinaki ji. What I got from this was renewed. I've heard this before, of course. When you create your future, you create your reality. We have heard this from the movie The Secret. But when you said it just now, when we read the thing, the text, it created in me a new vigor that we can actually create the future. I could suddenly see a possibility that if I wrote it down on page one, of what I ideally would like to define as a completely successful version of me, living life to the fullest, that would be very a game changing, because I've never really done it like that before. I've never written down on paper what amazingly successful version of me would be like. That's suddenly giving me new ideas. And I am already experiencing a growing sense of intuition, sense of synchronicity, increasing synchronicity every now and then of late. So I'm beginning to see that yes, it is possible. Like even if I look at the way my house is manifesting, as I keep visiting it, as it has now reached the first floor level. So it is now beginning to acquire volumes, and the walls are coming up. And as I'm seeing it, I'm suddenly seeing a new future. And in that manner, if I write this down, the connection between what is there at the moment to what can be is suddenly becoming more clear and more doable, more believable. That is what I'm getting.
Absolutely. That's why he suggested that keep that pocket-sized notebook. You don't need to write big goals. You just start with small ones. And as you start becoming that way, you can create a new version of you also. Now you create a second one. That okay, this is something which I have already achieved. So let me take it to the next level. So that's what I suggest. That instead of making it real big, start with small steps. It's basically a combination of two concepts. One is think and grow rich, and one is atomic habits. So think and grow rich. Napoleon Hill is talking about create a big dream for yourself. It should be so big that it should not limit you to thinking about achieving that in life. So keep it at one place, and you can break it down into small parts. And in atomic habits, what is being advised is that you start with something which is doable and improve upon it every day. Make sure you are actually improving upon it, and make sure that you have committed a time for it. And see, that's why I had this session on your dream desires, your time. So you have to commit your time for your own dreams, to fulfill your own dreams.
Right.
Commit that time, even if it is 10 minutes, commit that 10 minutes, but that 10 minutes should be strongly committed. If you don't even commit that 10 minutes, it won't work. Now, what will happen when you commit that 10 minutes, you will eventually notice that 10 is becoming 11, 11 is becoming 12, and eventually you'll start being that way. And you not only that, you will discover that there are many distractions which were there earlier. Now, those distractions are not there anymore. Instead, you are getting more time to work on your dreams now. So what we can do, we can just
Got it.
connect these two, three. This on one side there is Think and Grow Rich, on the other side is Atomic Habits, and we can connect these two with the session that I took tonight. We can connect these two.
Right.
What
Yes,
is
definitely.
success for me? What can I give for that, and what
It's
can I give up?
like Atomic Habits are from starting from where you are right now, and the first one, Think and Grow Rich, is like you define the end result and then work backward to now.
Yes, yes, yes.
So they both connect.
Yeah. So where the connection that I'm setting up is to make things doable. Otherwise, you know what will happen? You will have this big dream, and then you will wonder that when I will have time to achieve this big dream. It is even bigger than my own life.
Yes. That has actually happened in my life, yes.
Yeah. So let it be there, whatever be there. But to start with doing activities which are doable and actually start doing them.
Got it.
You know, like I was sharing with somebody yesterday that person said that I don't have time to read books. I actually don't have time to read. Honestly, मतलब he is saying that मेरे पास social media के लिए भी time नहीं, मैं इतना अपने काम से busy रहता हूँ. I don't have time to watch WhatsApp, Facebook, etc., etc. So, but I really want to read books. Okay, so I said to you, how long do you need to read a book? How long do you need to read 1 page or 2 page? So imagine if you're committing just 10 minutes a day. So how many pages you can read in 10 minutes? If you're able to read say 2 pages per minute, so in 10 minutes you can read 20 pages.
2 pages per minute, okay.
2 pages per minute, which is doable. Forget it, 1 page per minute.
Yeah.
So in 10 minutes you can read 10 pages.
Right.
Now if you read 10 days, 10 minutes each, so you can read 100 pages.
Yeah.
So in 20 days, you can read a book which is 200 pages. Most of those books are available in the range of 150 to 200 pages. Most books. Right. Some maybe even less than 150 pages, the actual readable part. So if we consider an average book of say 200 pages, so you can finish that book in 20 days using this system. Like 10 minutes, then 1 minute per page, and you are reading only 10 minutes every day. Now, it won't work like that, because what will happen when you start reading, you won't be reading 10 pages a day. You will actually reading more than that. So it's possible to read a book in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So it is possible to read two books in a month.
Possible.
It is possible to read 24 books in a year. Same process. The starting point is that taking out that 10 minutes. That is the most crucial one. And probably that could be your burning desire, that I read a book every day for 10 minutes. And for that, what I need to do, what I can give, so I can give my attention to actually reading a book for 10 minutes. And what I want to give up, I can give up all my distractions during that time.
Right.
See, Pinaki, one simple example is that, the richest person in the world also has 24 hours in a day, and every human being also have the same number of hours. So if somebody is saying I'm very busy, it means he's not doing the job right way, or he's not fit for the job. So something
Well, I don't want to get into that kind of discussion at all. Whether he is doing the things in right way or wrong way, that is not important. What is important is that what you want to do. What is your desire? It is not about what I don't want to do.
No, that's what I'm saying. Basically,
Yeah.
we are not wisely spending time on important things.
It
Just
really
like that.
doesn't matter मनीष किसी के पास 24 घंटे है कि नहीं, मेरे पास कितना वो important है उस, and how can I take out 10 minutes from that 24 hours is more important for me rather than anybody else in the world. It really doesn't matter. My world is my own way of looking at things. The first belief of excellence of NLP says that the model of the world is unique for every person. So in my model of the world, probably I don't have 24 hours. And in somebody's model of the world, he has 48 hours because he knows how to delegate his things and make things work for him. So if you have 500 people working under you, you multiply that 500 into 10, so you have 5,000 hours every day other than your 10 hours. So what matters is my time, my attention, my desires. My burning desire is I want to read a book every day for 10 minutes. And if I'm absolutely clear about it, what I'm going to give for it, what I can give, I can at least keep a book with me. That could be the starting point. Or I can at least have a library of books, maybe e-books. I just create an e-book folder on my laptop and I will keep at least 2 books over there. The books I really want to read, at least I can have down PDF files. If I don't know where to get those PDF files, I can ask somebody that can you give me. There are so many people in WhatsApp. You just put a message over there and they will share the book for you. So you don't need to delegate time for get that book either. You just put a message, I want to read this book, can anybody share the soft copy? So instead of you delegating 10 minutes for yourself to find that book, you just posted a small message and somebody put his own effort to share that book with you. So you earn 10 minutes because of somebody else's effort by delegating that activity. So this is what you give. You start giving yourself that, okay, I'm giving myself a folder in which I have the PDF versions of these books, even if I don't have the original books, the printed, the published copy, the hard copy. And now, where from I can take that 10 minutes? That is your choice, and you can still do it. You can create those 10 minutes before going to bed. You can create those 10 minutes the moment you get up in the morning. You can create those 10 minutes even while you are traveling to office or coming back from office. If you say I don't have time to read books, but because I have to drive down to my office, okay, listen to audiobooks. Many of these great books are available in audio version. You listen to the audio versions of the books. So this is what you can give and what you can give up in that case while you are traveling to office, traveling up and down. Instead of listening to FM radio, you are reading books. You're listening to the audio books. So you can give that up. And then you create a statement out of it that every day I read 10 pages of a book, either visually or auditorily. And for that, I give my time. I take out my time. I already have a list of books which I am supposed to read this year. And what I give up all those time which I went when I was listening to FM radio or listening to other things in my life while traveling. So you are creating your own statement that this is what I want to achieve. This is what I can give. This is what I can give up. And I can achieve my target. You see? See, I personally read at least one book every week. The only difference is that I do not tell about it to anybody. Like for the first time, I'm telling it openly in a public forum. So in 52 weeks, I read 52 books. The question is, do I read to cover to cover? Probably not. Because many times I do not read a book cover to cover. I just look at the index. I just look at the chapter title, and if I love to read that, I just read that. So in most of the books, I don't read cover to cover, but I read whatever is important and interesting for me. Okay, interesting. See, always focus on that every new awareness that you are getting from any source, any attending any session, reading any book, listening to any YouTube video. Ask yourself one most important question, that's with this new awareness, what do I see possible for myself now? So it's not about reading 52 books in 52 weeks. Maybe just one chapter of a book could be interesting for me, and if I apply it, I gain something where my knowledge converts into wisdom and it makes useful. I can leverage that wisdom for other things in my life. Nowadays, I read books to prepare my educational content, the trainings that I offer. This one session which I created today is an outcome of several videos of Napoleon Hill that I'm listening to. And I just found this very interesting, very inspiring. I got this almost a couple of years ago. And I just stumbled upon it about 5-6 days ago. And I thought about, let me create a session out of it. And that's why we are having this wonderful discussion. And I'm so happy that things are working in the way where I am looking forward to gaining some more knowledge from other participants in the session. Interesting?
Yes.
Super. Thank you so much. Sharath, would you like to share something before we close the session? All right. So thank you so much, angels. I wish we had a wonderful session this evening. And once you listen to this recording, I believe you could discover more pearls of wisdom and make your life amazing.
Thank you, Pinaki ji. It was a very nice session.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good night.